What's up everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. Today we had the PPI data and the stock market completely reversed everything that we sold off during the CPI data, and we're now pushing back to where the bulls can make a brand new all-time high. So first up, let's take a look at a daily chart of the S&P 500 SPY ETF. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. All right. Today we absolutely crushed this market, and if you are in the Discord server and you crushed this market today, do me a quick favor and go into the comment section and say that you crushed the market, because there should be a ton of you after a day like today. And starting out in the morning, I said that I was giving the bulls all of the advantage today with the NASDAQ 100 hourly double bottom breakout. Look for dips to buy on the pullback and the retest, and use the triple Qs levels for the risk levels. So this was the expectation. As I told you, if you went into PPI data with cash, there would be plenty of time to react to the price action. And for those of you that don't understand what I mean when I say follow the price action, this is the expectation of what we are looking for the price action. And then the next slide I'm going to show you is exactly what the market did. And as you can tell, if you followed price action, which is exactly what we did in the Discord server, we had plenty of time to react with all of our cash, and we didn't need to gamble overnight on whether the PPI data would send stocks higher or lower. And we absolutely crushed this market. On top of that, a few of the swing trade ideas in the Discord server, which I'm not going to disclose on the YouTube video, absolutely crushed the market today as well. So if you want to come be a part of this Discord server and this team that continues to crush this market, you can find out how to join the Discord server below. All right, so looking at SPY, we really just bounced off the bottom of the range, and I told you we are in a range bound market. And in this range bound market, we don't want to make any strong predictions in either direction of a breakout until we get it in the price action. And as you can see, we really just went to the top of this range right around 520, and we are at a down sloping trend line right around 518. So there still will be an opportunity for you bears to try to show up here at resistance. But as soon as price action starts breaking through the resistance between 518 and 520, you really need to start getting a lot more bullish for the price target at 525. So remember what I told you, this is a range bound market, which means we don't need to get overly bullish at resistance or overly bearish at support. We're looking to buy near the bottom of the range, and we're looking to sell near the top of the range. And as you can tell from this chart, this is definitely a chart that says you should be heavily in cash or even trying to consider low risk short opportunities. So this is why I tell you I still think this is a stock pickers market. And if you look at the individual stocks we're trading in the Discord server, they are moving significantly more than the indices, and that is why we continue to crush this market by doing the stock pickers mentality. So going into tomorrow, watch this critical resistance zone, because there's no reason to be bullish as we're butting our head up against resistance. This is the opportunity to lock profit and consider short trades. And if we can break through resistance, then we want to get bullish, and then we want to look for a push to the top of the range right around 524 to 525. If we get rejected and break down below the bottom of the range, we need to break down below 512, and then we'll likely go to 507. And remember what I told you about 507 being down below this lower Bollinger Band, which means we likely wouldn't go much lower. And that means you should have more confidence buying near that strong support if we start going down below the Bollinger Band. So this chart still does favor the fact that we are going absolutely nowhere except sideways. So continue to work that range until we get a confirmation of a breakout. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we were up 1.6% today, and the triple Qs are based on that NQ chart that I showed you in the introduction, where I told you we were getting that double bottom breakout. And this is where we absolutely crushed the market today, because there's tons of tech stocks that did very well today, and we captured a lot of their moves by simply following the chart. Remember, the chart cannot lie to you, and I always teach you to follow price action. And even if you don't fully understand what it means to follow price action, I promise you, if you stick with it and you spend time reviewing these videos, and especially in the Discord server, it is going to catch on. And I know a lot of you are really starting to become a lot better traders as this all starts to make a lot more sense. So if we're just looking at the triple Qs, obviously we are still in this range. We haven't broken out of it. We just simply bounced off of the bottom of the range, which I told you this is where you want to go long, at the bottom of the range between 434 and 437, and then look for a push to the top of the range, which is up here right around 448. And then if we break the top of the range, we can go to a new all-time high at 453. If we get rejected from the top of this range, which is still very likely because we are in a range bound market, then look for a rejection between 446 and 449. And that rejection would likely send us all the way back down to the bottom of the range between 434 and 437. So like I said, it's a range bound market. So as long as you're trading the range, you should be absolutely crushing it. And of course, the mentality that it's still a stock pickers market. So look for that support right around 442 now, and the push to the top of the range will send us between 448 and 449. If we break below 442, we come back down towards 437 to 434. On the Dow Jones, we went absolutely nowhere today, only going up 0.01%, and we did get the second day in a row closing down below the support at 385, and intraday we did break yesterday's low, so it still does look like this downtrend in the Dow Jones could send us down to the price target at 377. And as I told you, it's going to take time because these Bollinger Bands need to expand, and that's not going to happen very quickly. So very likely next week, if we continue to close below 385, I have a very good chance that I'm going to be updating you, telling you that we're down here at 377. However, if we can break above the top of this range at the resistance at 387, then we could finally push to the top of the range at 391. And then above 391, we're looking for a gap close at 395. So 385 is a great risk level, long above, short below, and it's really that simple. On the Russell 2000 IWM ETF, we were up 0.68% today, and we are bouncing off of the bottom of the range at 199, and the top of the range is up here at 210, but in the shorter term, I think we're simply just going to fill this gap right around 204.5. Now, once we fill that gap, keep in mind that is resistance, so we could just get rejected and still go back to the bottom of the range at 199 and below 199, 196. But if we break out of resistance and we clear above 204.5, then we go up here to 207 and then 210. So it's a very simple trading range in IWM. Work the range and then the breakout. And right now I continue to tell you it's a range. So don't expect monster moves in either direction. You want to sell at the highs and buy near the lows. On the ARKK ETF, we're up 1.5% today, and ARKK continues to bounce off of this support at 47, but we haven't yet broken any resistance, which is going to be up here right around 48.7, and then all the way up here at 50.7. If we break down below 47, you're looking for support right around 45.5 and then 44. So just keep that in mind that 47 is a very critical risk level. On the VIX, we were down 5.63% today, and the VIX tried to break out, but as you can see, got crushed all the way to the low of the day, and there's a very good chance if we resume the bull trend and go to the top of the range in the indices, we will see the VIX crushing back down to 13. However, the VIX is spending a lot of time around 15, so it's not impossible as we approach the top of the range to see the VIX spiking yet again, and if it does spike, we're looking for a push into 18 to 20. On Bitcoin, we're currently trading right at 70,000, and it looks like we're trying to get this bull breakout yet again, which means we simply need to hold above 69,900, and then if we can do that and get some buying volume, we can push to the top of the price target at 75,000, and I do think we will find more sellers at that price target. So 75,000 is what you're looking for while we're trading above 68,000. But if we can't hold support and we break 68,000, you're looking for 65,000. On Nvidia stock, we're up 4.11% today, and this is another stock that we absolutely knocked out of the park in the Discord server today because we had a very clear breakout of this range, and I told you we would likely go to 898 to 900, and we actually went even higher than that. So I do want you to be cautious. We still have a gap down here at 823, but right now it's just as simple as staying bullish while we have that bull breakout, which is right above this level, right around 884. So stay bullish above 884, and we could push to the top of the range, which could take us all the way back to 950 to 970 and the brand new all-time high between 994 and 1032. On Tesla stock, we're up 1.65% today, and we did hold that support at 173 and on the hourly support as well, which means we could start to push yet again towards the price targets at 183 and 187. So stay bull above 173, and if we can't hold above 173, you want to look for that critical support at 167. And if we break both of those supports, we'll likely come all the way back down to 154. But right now, it looks like the Tesla bulls are turning the corner, and we're very close to getting a confirmed double bottom if we can simply just break above this neckline at 179.5. So Tesla is looking a lot more bullish, and it looks like a lot of this downtrending momentum and the downtrend itself is starting to reverse, which could be very bullish if we're coming off of the lows with a double bottom. We could actually push even higher than 187. So keep your eye out for Tesla. It's looking bullish above 173. All right, now we get to the big boy Apple, which we absolutely crushed in the Discord server today, and you may have even crushed it on Apple stocks simply because I drew the arrow here on the YouTube channel. And I even made the joke in the Discord server on Monday that the Apple chart looks like the perfect time to drop some bullish news so it can get all of the credit for the bullish price action. And this is simply a joke. As you know, I always tell you I follow the chart and not the news. And I even tell you if you show me the chart, I will tell you the news. And that is why I made the joke that the chart looked so bullish that we were about to get some bullish news on Apple stock. So I know a lot of you news lovers out there are going to think that Apple stock went up today because of a news drop, but you have to remember that I drew this arrow that we would go down to 167 and then get a face-ripping bull rally towards 187, well before anybody had any idea that Apple was going to do that. If that doesn't prove you that it was already laid out in the stars on the chart way before we had any news, I don't know what will. And if you're in the Discord server, you know that I do this all of the time with multiple tickers, and it is not something that just happens randomly. So whether you like the news or not, I'm telling you, you do not need it. Everything you need to know is always going to be on the price action and on your chart. So right here on Apple stock, I told you this was a very low risk entry at 167. And if you took that low risk entry, you had zero drawdown and you absolutely crushed the market today just with a simple move higher on Apple stock going up over 4%. We blasted through 169, we blasted through 172, and then we blasted through 174. And we are now going to be approaching this resistance right around 176 to 177, and then the top of the range at 179. And if we break through 179, this just looks like a giant double bottom, and that is easily going to take us to our price target up here at 187. So I'm still extremely bullish on Apple stock, and this is a giant monster of a bull candle on very high volume and one of the best blue chip companies in America. So this is not a stock I would be messing around with. It looks like it can go so much higher. We simply just need to break back above this 50 EMA. So watch Apple very closely, and I would definitely stay bullish while we're above 172. So jumping back over to the S&P 500, we absolutely are crushing this market, and you can come crush the market with us. All you need to do is join the Stocks Channel Discord server, and you will get access to all of my intraday updates and technical analysis, as well as my trade ideas. Once you realize what it means to trade price action objectively and have no bias, and learn how to manage your risk so that you're not taking huge losses and you let your winners run, you are going to unlock a whole new world of profitability in your trading, and you are going to continue to crush this market with us. So keep following along and learning. This is not something you're going to learn overnight, but if you commit the time and the effort to learn this, it is worth the time because you can make great money trading, and you are going to continue to get better and better the more you do it. So if you want to come trade with me, join the Stocks Channel Discord server, and you can find out how to join the Discord server by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market, and as always, I will see you in the next episode.